I'm so excited to start our goal setting strategy sessions, and this is part 1. Today we're going to talk about how to convert your goal into a SMART goal. As you can already see, SMART is an acronym. So let's get started with the S. S stands for specific. Many times as a personal trainer, I come across people, they set themselves a goal, just a very generic goal. Say, I want to lose weight. Or it can also be applied for any other areas in your life, maybe in your career or in your business or even family. You may set yourself a goal. The trouble is that it often gets lost in translation. We need to be very specific. Really write down, how does your goal look like? Go forward and picture yourself at the moment when you would have achieved that goal. How does that affect you? How do you see yourself? How do you feel once you have achieved that goal? Maybe even what do other people say about you that you've achieved that goal? Really feel yourself into it and write down every single detail of that goal. The next one, we come to M, and that's measurable. How can you measure it? How can you measure that goal? For instance, a simple one, just to give a good example, somebody wants to lose weight. Well, it's very generic. Lose weight, what do you want? So be very specific. Say, I want to lose maybe 5 centimeter or 10 centimeter around my waist. Measurable, like in business, with profits maybe, how much do you want to earn, or if you have a project, how do you measure that project? When you achieve it, how is it measurable? So it's very, very important that we have a measure to it so that we can actually then follow it as we go through and work towards the goal. The next one is A, is achievable. Is it actually achievable? For instance, you might say, oh look, summer is coming up, I've got another 2 months, I'm going to lose 20 kilos. In all honesty, is this possible to achieve in 2 months? No, it's not. So we need to be really specific again. Is it really achievable? You may have to go back to specific and revisit that area to establish that whether it is actually achievable. The next one, we come to realistic. R for realistic. It's sort of a bit similar to achievable, but there's a little bit more to it. Have I got the skill to achieve it? For instance, in business, have you got the skills? You may have to do another course to actually get that skill that will get you to that specific goal. If it's in weight loss or training, you want to be a bodybuilder or something. Is this realistic? Or maybe you may need to see where you get help. You might need a personal trainer to lose weight, maybe a dietitian. I don't know. So it's got to be very realistic. You may write down in that section, if you haven't got the specific skills, maybe write down where you can attain that, who can help you get to that, to make this goal absolutely realistic. Now we come to the last one, is the T. It's a time frame. And that is also extremely important. We can't just say, oh, I want my business up and running, and I want to make a lot of money, I want to get a lot of clients, or I want to lose weight and I want to look good, or, you know, like I want to be a bodybuilder, you know, I want to build a lot of muscles. Now here with the time frame, we need to also be, again, very specific. Is this achievable at a certain time? So here we need to be very, very careful as we give our goal a time frame. Is the time frame realistic? Is the time frame actually achievable? So that's very important, so we don't sort of go out in a tantrum and work towards a goal that is sort of nowhere. So we need to be very specific and set ourselves time frames, exactly when do I want to get started, what day do I want to get started, and even what time do I want to get started. So here you have something that you can get started. Write this down. If you have a goal right now that you've really been thinking about doing and achieving, go through these 5 acronyms, S.M.A.R.T. And when we get to the next part 2, we can then hone in into more specific areas.